E-commerce Stories is a podcast where you'll meet owners of thriving Shopify Plus and Shopify stores, app developers, and industry experts. Inspirational case studies, success stories, e-commerce challenges, and specialist knowledge. Let's get started.
Bebe is one of the biggest and key multi-brand online store for women and baby in Poland. I talked to Olga and Marta about the beginning of their business, about the conclusion which they draw, and about the plan which they already have. Get to know the success story of Bebe.
You are listening to the E-commerce Stories podcast.
So, how did your adventure with e-commerce starts, actually?
That was an idea which came actually from Olga, I would say, because she had some kind of idea of running a business together with me. And I used to create jewelry, so this was something completely else. But we're somehow connected to selling things because our father, he's got a shop. It's not really e-commerce shop because it's rather like brick and mortar sale. But still, we were somehow connected to running a family-owned business. So Olga approached me with this idea of creating a shop together. And the idea was to do something for women, for children, as we are both mothers. And this is somehow something that connects us. And this is something that we've got in common. So, yeah, that was the idea, I guess.
Yeah. So that was a vision to create a family business as well, right?
Yeah, definitely.
We always knew that we want to do something together.
Right.
We are very close to each other, so yeah.
Yeah, there was a time when we were somehow separated because I used to live in Austria and, she used to...
and I am younger, so...
Yeah, so when I came back to Poland, I started a family, I had a kid, then I got pregnant again. She also had a kid in the meanwhile, so... I would say that motherhood was something that brought us back together, and we started spending much more time together. And so, yeah, that was an idea that we should do something which is connected to motherhood, but we also never felt like, this should be something typically childish, mommy style. We wanted to create something, I would say, new to Polish market because I never saw such shops here. I saw them in Scandinavia. It was like the concept of making a multi-brand store was quite popular abroad. And in Poland, I never really experienced this kind of shopping that you can buy all the things in one place, all the things you would desire, let's say. So the things for yourself, like some homeware and some home accessories and I don't know, also gifts for someone and also stuff for your baby, which are also I would say premium or eco-friendly, maybe that is the right word. We wanted to use this also eco-friendly approach. That was really important for us to create a place which is not only selling things, but also selling the whole concept of being more conscious when buying things. And yeah, I think this was the main idea behind it.
So that was the beginning of all history.
Yeah.
So the industry in which you operate is extremely competitive, and we can definitely agree with that. But what is the key for you as an owner of a store in such a competitive industry?
Well, we try to
be ourselves all the time. Like we try to create the place that we.
It's not only the shop for us, and I think this is the most important thing that makes us kind of unique because like you said, it's like the competition is growing. Every single year there are new shops which are quite similar to ours, and of course we are not on we were not the only ones. We didn't create e-commerce. Come on, it's not that we invented something super special, but I think what makes it special is that we are really honest about it.
We never transparent.
Yeah, we are transparent, and we never really we are not so commercial about it. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but for us it's something else. We really want to recommend things which we can stand behind, which we can like honestly sell to other moms, and which are also in use in our own homes. So this is what makes it quite special, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's not only a business, but it's also your life, actually.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
also
we
a big
try
passion.
to create the word like
For our
it's-
customers.
Yes, it's the lifestyle, everything. Like
Yeah, the
it's
whole
not only
experience.
the shop. It's not only the shop.
And a few days ago, your store celebrated a third anniversary. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And how would you summarize this part of time?
That was a really special day.
Yeah.
Actually, we got so many
Great messages also from our customers, like the ones who are with us from the very beginning. But when we looked back and when we tried to summarize the whole period of time and all those 3 years,
crazy 3
it's,
years, let's say.
For me, the crazy thing is that it feels like it was just yesterday. I mean, this is a cliche to say that, but this really is true. And so many things happen because our business is growing really fast and it's evolving super fast. We have to keep up with the pace of this thing we created because it somehow lives its own life. It's really dynamic, and we never kind of expected it would be such a success from the very beginning.
Yeah. And also the pandemic,
Yeah.
this whole COVID thing.
What
Yeah.
about COVID?
Craziness.
What about COVID and your stores?
Yes. So first, I guess everyone was pretty afraid, and we didn't know what to expect because I guess COVID had a very different impact on various businesses. It always depends what kind of business you run. And for example, our father, who also owns a shop, he didn't have a really good year last year. It was quite
because
difficult time for
because
him.
he has a brick and mortar store.
Yeah, and for us as an e-commerce shop, it was an explosion. It grew so fast, and it was also very challenging for us because on one hand we had so many new customers who were searching for things online, and on the other hand we had all those suppliers and producers who were not really able to produce enough goods because there were many obstacles on their ways, some delivery problems and stuff like that. So
production problems that was
that was really difficult for many suppliers. And but I guess all those 3 years behind us, they were pretty crazy, but I think this is for me, this is a huge motivation when I see that, during such a short period of time, actually, because 3 years is not much. It's not like we're 30 years on the market, just 3 years.
Like our dad, actually.
Yeah. And then we see how many things happened. So many things changed. We moved our boutique, we moved our website, we moved our warehouse.
Yeah.
There were so many dynamic changes on this way. So
now we have about 10 employees. So
and
before that we did all ourselves.
Yeah, we did everything by ourselves, and we never really asked for help, even though we were working with small kids.
I was pregnant, and then
Yeah, but now we are building also a team, which is super important, I guess. It gives us the space to...
It's difficult.
Yeah, it's also very difficult.
It's...
For me, it is actually really difficult because I'm super emotional. I feel like it's a small family, But it gives us the space to move on, to grow. This is really important for us as well.
And Marta, you mentioned about your boutique in Warsaw, so I'd like to ask about this because in addition to a thriving online store, you also have a stationary boutique in Warsaw. So this is definitely the omni-channel approach.
Yeah.
And what advantage of this kind of business philosophy did you see?
Actually, this is quite crazy because we thought when we started, we believed we will remain only e-commerce.
Yeah.
Like only online shop.
And then something happened.
No, after, I don't know, 1 month or even less.
Yeah.
there was so many requests to see all those things. So we
Yeah, I guess maybe the reason is also that we import a lot of brands which are not really popular in Poland, and people actually wanted to touch them, to see them, to check the quality, because these are mostly like premium brands. So also the prices are not the lowest ones. So, people just want to get to know the product. So for us, it became obvious that we have to open a physical shop. And yeah, it's also a big success for us because we never know, we didn't actually know what to expect. First, we thought, okay,
that was the first brick and mortar store like
that,
Yeah.
yeah. Because
The
there were
first one.
some online shops, but I guess we were the first ones who just said, okay, let's create like this multi-brand store. And
suddenly pregnant
women from all over Poland.
all over Poland, they came and
they visited us. There were some of our customers who came, they just booked a whole weekend to come to Warsaw just
So
to
not
make
only the
opening
customers
day.
from Warsaw.
No, the opening day. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
oh my god, that was crazy. I don't know how many people came. But
yeah, we thought there's going to be just friends and
our family. And
yeah, but there were so many customers, and it was so crazy
because
and it was
our
so
first
positive.
boutique was really small. It was like really, really
like
small
20
boutique.
square meters, like 1/4 of what we've got now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a tiny place, and all those people, of course, it wasn't a pandemic back then, so it was fine to have a small crowd inside. But still, it was so surprising for us and so positive, really motivating to go this way as well, to grow this
channel.
Yeah, this channel of sales, not only the e-commerce ones.
And now we are talking about Poland, but I know that you want to move through another market. So why this is so important for you? What is the key aspect in this approach?
Well, we don't want to reach the limit somehow, Of course, Poland is a really big country. And I can see also the big change in the customer in Poland. Like, people are much more conscious of what they choose for their kids, for themselves. So in our market, I guess there is still a lot to say on Polish market, But we also see that what you said before, there is a big competition in Poland, and it is not always a fair competition. It is sometimes really challenging to break through some situations, and like, we just thought, okay, let's not get stuck here.
But
of
that
course,
was our idea from the very beginning.
Yeah, we always wanted to move on, to grow, to reach also other markets. Also because we import a lot of stuff from various countries. Like, there are things from United States, there are things from Australia, from Canada, from Poland as well. So this is also really attractive for people, for foreigners, that they can actually enter a shop where they can get everything they like from different countries. So it makes it quite desirable for foreigners, I guess. And yeah, that's why we always knew that this would be actually a really good idea to translate our website. There were some obstacles on our way. We wanted to do it also before, but the platform which we used was just too poor, let's say.
We had the English store, but we need
it didn't work properly.
Yeah, so we needed to
cancel. But it wasn't perfect.
Yeah, it was far away from perfect, actually. So so
that was a disaster, actually.
And that was also one of the main triggers for us to move to another platform.
Yes, so I'd like to ask about this technological aspects, because I know that the visual layer of the store is extremely important, and this is something which we can definitely agree with. But also I'd like to speak a little bit about this technological sources which you actually have, because 2 months ago you moved to Shopify Plus. And I'd like to ask about your main motivation.
Well, I guess Shopify Plus is something we need when we think more seriously about, having a multi-channel and multilingual shop. It gives all those opportunities to translate your shop, to open those channels, and also it's got a lot of tools also for us.
Also this that you can change the checkout. It's really big advantage.
Yeah, the personalized checkout and other features, and also for us as people who are behind it, who are using this platform, it's also really intuitive and easy to use, and also the support of Shopify is amazing. Every time we have any kind of problem, actually, they are super responsive and they are like answering seriously within minutes. So this is great.
And when we are talking about the online store, the Shopify Plus online store, we are also talking about the whole ecosystem. So there's maybe some points which also are very important for you according to this e-commerce ecosystem.
Yeah, definitely. We've got, like, we're not only on Shopify, there is also Akeneo, the PIM. Is it called PIM? Yeah. So, I don't know the English word. It's correct?
Yes.
But it's from English, or?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
product information,
it makes it super easy for us. This whole infrastructure is quite complicated for us because, like, when it's a multi-brand store, you've got such a variety of products, such a variety
and many
of
brands. Of them, right?
Yeah, definitely, yes. It's still growing. The count, like, we're still counting.
She's not stopping,
Yeah,
She's
I'm responsible for ordering. So, there are so many.
looking for new brands. So
new brands, new products, new collections.
Marta is shopaholic, actually, so she's finding all the time new brands.
Yeah, that is true. But we also try, to make this offer really attractive and to find some new solutions for parents or in general for our customers, for people. So that's why I'm still adding something new, which I find really attractive and, like, I don't know, life-changing. So that's why we need PIM. That's why we needed to, to coordinate all those behind the scenes processes, and also to, I guess it will make it much easier also to translate the website, to translate everything.
Yeah, there is an app which is helping with that. Yeah. It's just one click and it's done.
So when building such a big store like ours, I guess I can say it's big. I mean, from the back side, it's quite big already. So, it's necessary to find solutions which make it easier and just
also to
more,
edit
more fluent.
Yeah. And when we are talking about the online store, what is the most important for you from the owner's point of view, according to the online stores?
Well, I guess for me, I can say, for me, it's really important that even though it's for us from behind, it's really big, and there's a lot of work behind it. What I wish for my customer is that it's really effortless to shop. It's for me, it's really important that the interface of my shop, that the whole process of purchasing new things is quite intuitive and is easy. And
to
also
search for the products.
Yeah, the search engine is super important, actually. And also as a customer, I like to see, for example, it's for me, it's really important that, let's say I'm buying something and I also got some recommended products to the thing I'm choosing, For me, it's super important because, let's say I'm buying some device which I'm not really, I don't know it so well. So I don't really know if I need something else to make it work properly. And then there is this whole sector of recommended accessories or something like this. This is great. And this is what we're creating also on Shopify.
And also the collection tree is really important to make it intuitive.
And this is not easy when you have a multi-brand store because you've got so many collections and such a variety of products.
And how you deal with this kind of problem, actually?
Yeah, it took us actually a few weeks.
That was a brainstorm.
Yeah.
Really, how to do it, how to
and also
create whole menu.
We had to foresee what is coming, because, okay, we built the, let's say, the project, this user experience project, like over a year ago. And so we had to think, okay, so I'm creating this category. What is probably going to be there in, like, let's say half a year or 1 year? Are there some products which I'm possibly adding in few months? So this was really important to really brainstorm a lot, like which direction we are going and what are the products that will possibly appear on our website. We had to create all those categories. Of course, we can still edit them and add them at some point, but it was quite important, to build that tree of categories with some idea behind it. It wasn't supposed to be a freestyle. It had to be really, like, thoughtfully created.
And I'm really curious, if you could choose only one page of the online store, which in your opinion is the most important, which of them it will be? Like the homepage, product page?
In our store?
Yeah.
I think product page.
Mm-hmm.
And also maybe checkout. This is also important. But product page actually is, for me, the most important page.
I don't know, actually.
Product page.
Yeah.
With all necessary information.
Yeah, definitely. That's really important. But also
that you can also choose another color of the product, that they are connected. They are so
this is quite important, definitely.
It's easy, and also all the information you need to know about the product, they must be really clear.
And what do you wish for as owners of a thriving online store for next year of your own business?
Well, for next year, that's pretty easy. I would say we wish that our success from Poland will be also an international success. That would be amazing. Although we're aware that it's something completely else and that is going to be a lot of work, because it's like, one thing is knowing your own market and your own country and, having some connections here. And I guess it will be quite challenging to repeat it. Also
to reach markets like France.
Yeah.
I don't speak French, so that will
not
be...
at all. Yeah.
And Spanish also.
Yeah, but this is, I guess, our biggest dream for the next year.
And challenge as well.
Yeah, definitely. And motivation and ambition to just go abroad, to go to some European markets with our offer. And we hope to find also some great customers in Europe.
I hope they are waiting there.
Yeah, but when I think about it, Poland is like 30-something million people and Europe is like many times more. So I guess there are some possibilities
and our range of products, I think,
it's quite attractive.
Yes, it's attractive to other customers also, not only Polish.
Yeah. So this is my dream for the next year.
So I'm wishing you all the best, and thank you very much. That was a pleasure to listen to your story.
Thank you so much.
You listen to the E-Commerce Stories podcast hosted by Zofia Komada. Are you hungry for substantive knowledge about e-commerce? Stay with us for longer. Hear you soon.